Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're breaking down one of the most tense and long-running conflicts in modern global politics, the conflict between Iran and the United States. This is not a new fight. It didn't start with missiles or sanctions. It started decades ago, and it never truly stopped. The roots of the conflict. Before 1979, Iran and the USA were actually allies. Iran was ruled by a king known as the Shah, and the United States supported his government. But here's the reality. Many Iranians felt the Shah was corrupt and controlled by Western powers, especially the US. In 1979, a major revolution changed everything. The Shah was overthrown, and Iran became an Islamic republic. The new leadership viewed the U.S. as an enemy that interfered in Iran's affairs. Soon after, Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding American diplomats hostage for over a year. From that moment on, trust was completely broken. Years of tension and pressure. Since then, Iran and the U.S. have never had normal relations. The U.S. imposed economic sanctions to pressure Iran. Iran resisted U.S. influence and focused on building its regional power. Instead of fighting directly, both sides used proxy conflicts. Iran supported groups in Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. The U.S. supported Israel and Gulf allies. Different sides, same region, constant tension. The nuclear issue. One of the biggest flashpoints is Iran's nuclear program. Iran claims its nuclear work is for peaceful energy. The U.S. and its allies fear Iran could build nuclear weapons. In 2015, a nuclear deal was signed. Iran agreed to limit uranium enrichment. Sanctions were eased. Later, the U.S. withdrew from the deal and reimposed sanctions. Tensions rose again. Military escalations. Over the years, the conflict became more dangerous. U.S. bases were attacked by Iran-backed groups. The U.S. killed a senior Iranian military commander. Iran promised retaliation. Missiles were fired. Threats increased on both sides. Still, both countries avoided a full war because the cost would be devastating. The situation today. Today, tensions remain high. Iran faces severe economic pressure, internal unrest, international isolation. The U.S. continues strong sanctions, military presence in the Middle East, support for regional allies. Both sides remain locked in confrontation. Why this conflict matters. This conflict affects the entire world. Global oil prices, Middle East stability, international security. Iran's location near the Strait of Hormuz makes any conflict especially dangerous for the global economy. The bigger picture. The Iran-USA conflict is driven by historical resentment, power struggles, security fears, competing regional influence, and, as always, ordinary people suffer the most. This conflict is not just about politics. It's about history, power, and unresolved wounds. One mistake could trigger a much larger crisis. Subscribe for more global news.